Time to finish this. Morning again. Hi guys. You know, I think I completely lost track of this build as far as episodes go. This is episode technically 6, but it's really 7. I got them all mixed up in the playlist. Probably even on the video, but yeah. They're all in the playlist. You can figure it out if you want to. If not, yeah, that's fine too. I'm gonna put our We the People plasma cut stencil on our box today. And I'm gonna finish it up, get it smoothed out, get it painted. I don't know about getting it moved in the house, but maybe. Anyway, we're just about done. I'm gonna say this is the last episode, but I'm not. So yeah, it's early. I need another coffee. What a person could do is just cut out a section of this end table here, cut out the back, and piece this into the cutout so it looks more natural. Actually might look a lot better, but I ain't got time for that. If I had a customer and I was doing it for a customer, I might do that. Well, as always, I'm talking over the diesel heater again, so let me break it down for you. You are undoubtedly listening to some sort of, let's just say Christmas music, because I just like it. It's that time of year. I love listening to Christmas music all of December. Believe me, even when I'm not putting out a YouTube video, Christmas music is on, even if it's in the way of the old Fifth Dimension or one of them old groups we used to listen to back in the day. Yeah, it's on. And then by the time Christmas rolls around, I'm pretty tired of it. So yeah, it can wait another year after that. But in the meantime, I like it. It's calming. It seems so. Heater just went off. That's good. It just seems so magical, I guess is the word for it. It just does, especially when the snow's coming down and there's a nice powdery snow outside like there is now. I just love it. So I'm undoubtedly preparing this end table for paint, which means I want to smooth everything out as best I can. I'm using basically 120 grit flap disc with my Milwaukee 4-inch grinder. That thing has come in so handy. It's so much smaller than the other grinders. And I'm rounding out all the corners and getting it ready so that I can put the final touches on it. It's gonna be so badass. My bad. What happened was I'm finishing out this project. I'm finishing this. In fact, it's finished. Right now it's finished. I just have to paint it. And I'm really jazzed about the way it came out. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to bring this in the house. Candy's going to love it. I'm going to love it. It's, you know, what was it? 5 days work, a couple hours a day, basically. You're totally worth it. But, you know, it's a learning process. It's always a learning process. It's just that, you know, the good thing about metalwork and senior citizens is I think metalwork's a little bit more forgiving. I've never really done any carpentry or woodwork, but it just seems like it is. For example, I put this piece of trim on here, which I really like. I'm glad I did. But I did not account for the fact that I put the trim up here. I couldn't open the door. It went bonk, bonk, bonk. I was like, holy shit. Oh, crap. I got two options. One, I could rip this off or cut it and pry it off so the door would open smoothly through it, which means I'd have to take this whole section off, including the back. So that quickly went, I'm not doing that. You know, that's a lot of work. Just getting all this, you know, cutting all the steel off of here, because when I weld stuff down, I weld it down for life. Or, yeah, something like that. So the only other alternative was just to take my Metabo with a big 6-inch cutoff disc and just trim the edge off. It's simple. That's a simple fix. And it actually looks better. So I've been lucky so far. Well, you know, the only thing I had to do was trim this little tiny piece off. And then when I was cutting with the disc, I cut into the frame of the table, but that wasn't a big deal either. I just welded it shut. And good as new. It's badass. So I made 2 mistakes on this. And as it turned out, both mistakes worked out for the better. So sometimes it's a blessing. So I'm going to turn this thing upside down and get it painted. And I'm going to paint it that bright silver color that we did for the last end table build. I'm jazzed as shit about this. I really like it. So, yeah. I hate painting though. I should save that, or, you know, just to remind me. How did I cut that so perfect? I don't know. But there she is, boys. I smoothed out all the edges real nice on that trim we put in the last video. I'm real happy with the way that came out. Everything's nice and square. Everything's nice and straight. We have our We the People placard on the back of it. It's a conversation piece. That's the only reason I put it there. It's a conversation starter. And that's the first thing you'll see when you walk into our living area is that. And I didn't go crazy with the welds. I just tacked it down in 6 different areas. I like the way the rustic look of the top of this box like that. I like the ruggedness of the weld look to it. I was going to smooth that out some more, but the more I looked at it, the more I liked it. So I'm just going to keep it that way. We got as most of the rust off of it as we can, or that's practical to keep off of it. So I just get the tarp down and start painting. We get this painted, we can start our next project. What's that going to be, Jesse? I don't know. Something. Have no clue. I didn't know I was going to build this until I did. Well, sort of. One thing that I had planned on doing that I'm not going to do now because I think it looks better is I was going to put a piece of angle iron across the seam here, but I kind of think that seam now that I have the placard up, Looks better that way. Yeah. So now comes the paint. The painting part is the most boring. It is so boring. I gotta have something to pass the time away. I gotta listen to something on the radio, or I don't know. I have the Glenn Beck Show on Pluto TV, which is a free program that you get with Roku. So I have that. I can listen to the conservative talk radio, and then, you know, for only so long until your blood starts to boil. But I'm listening to this show. It's kind of entertaining. It's comical and serious all at the same time. So it kind of takes my mind off of this painting, which is so tedious and so tiresome. You know, the painting isn't so bad. It's staying on top of all the dripping and not missing any places that when you're painting through this expanded metal, it's easy to just miss so much. And I want to get a good thick coat on this whole thing so that it doesn't rust through, although it probably won't anyway because it's going to be indoors. But I really like this build. It's nice and bright. I love the color. I'm not looking forward to the wait time for the paint to dry, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll get it painted. In the meantime, we'll just listen to the radio or the Christmas music and think about our next build. And like the last build, this will be the last time anybody ever sees the underside of this end table. Ever! Well, in my lifetime anyway. So Candy has an appointment today. I don't know for what. Something dumb. Something really good. Anyway, I just finished painting and she bribed me. She bribed me. I said, I don't want to go. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta you know, it's snowing and blah, blah, blah. And she said, I'll let you go to Harbor Freight. Yeah, I'm there. I mean, I gotta wait for paint to dry anyway, right?
It's like you got whiplash when I said that.
Yeah. It's 10 degrees.
Feels warmer though.
It does. It feels like 11 degrees to me.
More like 15.
Don't worry, honey. It's my honor to take you to Harbor Freight. I mean, to your appointment. The only time there isn't whiteout conditions is when we're going around a curve. We got this semi ahead of us. Is just, you cannot see anything. Watch. See, you can't pass him or nothing because he's creating total whiteout conditions. Oops, see that?
It's that dry, fluffy snow.
Would you trust your woman to drive in these conditions?
No.
Yeah, buddy. Was it worth it?
Yes.
Okay, so Candy did con me into going to Harbor Freight. I really didn't want to, but yeah, she sort of forced me to. And I got back home and I'm still waiting on this paint to dry. And I got my orange Crocs on, which is badass. You know, it takes a real man to wear orange Crocs, especially in public, which I do all the time. So yeah, sometimes even in the wintertime, but never to Walmart because I don't want my people to think I'm some kind of derelict or redneck or something like that. That's for sure, right? So it's getting there. It's getting there. So much so I can move it off the tarp. And it's not sticking to me. I have it everywhere. I got paint. I had it all up and down my arms because when you reach up under like that, it just paint everywhere. You know, and I got these metal wires from the wire brush sticking out of my skin. Yeah, just pull it. You know, I went to town to, you know, did a little bit of shopping at 2 different places, went to Harbor Freight, picked up a few items. I probably should show you that, but yeah, next video. And came back home and I'm still pulling wire bristles out of my skin. You know, they're so fine, you don't even notice it. You don't even notice it till you like do something like that and then, hey, what, you know, then you pull a big piece of wire out of your skin. So this, like my other projects, I think it's a pretty good build. I really do. I'm jazzed about getting started on another project, though, quite honestly. It's getting there. Now I'm going to leave it up to Candy, because I did the bulk of the work. I'm going to leave it up to her if she wants to take a little fine paintbrush and paint the We the People lettering in, which she said she might want to do. So that'll be her job. Boy, this thing is pretty dry already. Must be pretty dry in this shop right now. It's usually really humid. I might be able to bring this in today, but I'll give it a day. That'll give me another video to make, right? So, I'm already seeing some touch-up painting that I have to do. It's touch-up paint in areas that nobody will ever see. But I'll know it's there. You guys, anybody like that? You're like, I'm just sitting here looking at it and I see a little tiny spot that I missed. Nobody will ever see it, but I'll know it's there and it'll bug me. That's weird. But it's who I am. Anyway, guys, probably move it in on the next video. So I'll talk to you then. God bless. Christmas music is so awesome.